G'day guys, it's Alan here from Fishing Mad. Today I'm going to give you a few tips on bream fishing with maggots. I'm going to quickly run through how to rig up and hopefully we can get onto a few fish using maggots, which is actually a really effective bait for species like bream, trout and a whole heap of other stuff. Let's get set up. I only need 4 really simple items for this style of fishing. First, you need just an ultralight spinning rod. Bream fishing is all about finesse, so you want a really nice light fishing rod. This is the rod that I'm using today. And then all we really need is really small hooks. These are size 12 hooks. Now these are absolutely essential. If I put that in my hand, you'll actually see how small that is. It's actually really tiny. The only other items we're going to need is some leader, which is thin fused fishing line. I'm going to use about 1/2 meter of that. And I also just like to use a Berley cage, which you're going to put through with some Berley, and we're also going to fill that up with some maggots, which is a great way to entice the bream to come in. All we're going to do is we're going to grab our little Berley cage and we're going to feed that through the main line, just like so. What we're then going to do is grab a small barrel swivel and we're going to do a uni knot to attach that to the main line. So again, I'm going to do a small V and then do a circle and then feed that through 5 times. Guys, I will put a link at the bottom in the comments on a video that will show you how to do the uni knot. It's one of the simplest knots and it should be one of the knots that all beginners learn how to do because it's really simple and it's really strong. So we'll give that one more go. Okay, so that's it now. So you can see we've got our Berley cage on the main line to a swivel. Now what we're going to do is about 1/2 meter of leader. So leader is fused fishing line. It's really important on bream fishing because it means that that line is thinner in diameter and it's harder to see in the water. So again, we're going to feed that through our barrel swivel and then we're going to do another uni knot. So again, do a circle and then feed that through 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to finish off, we might have a bite going here already, guys. And to finish off, what we're going to do is we're going to cut off, as I said, about 50 centimeters worth or 1/2 meter, and we're going to tie on these very tiny size 12 hooks. Okay, so small, but they're absolutely essential when you're fishing with maggots, and I'll show you why in a minute. And again, we're going to feed that through, which is a little tricky to do. And again, finished with another uni knot. Through 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then all you want to do is grab your scissors and just trim away these access tags. You don't need those. We want to keep them presented really nice. So we'll cut there, get that really nice and tight, and then we'll do the same for these tags here, guys. Okay, and as you can see, if I lift this up now, guys, so we have our main line, and then at the end of the main line, we have our Berley cage, which can freely roam up and down, to a barrel swivel, and then 1/2 meter of leader to our tiny little hook. And now I'll show you how to attach some maggots. Okay, so here's a container of maggots that we picked up. Actually bought these online and they were delivered the next day. And what I like to do on this hook, I like to get about 4 or 5 maggots on there. The trick is with these little hooks that they're very fine and you want to just pierce the skin of the maggot without killing them. That way they're on the hook and they'll move naturally, and that's what bream like. So if we grab a couple, so all we're going to do is just try and just pierce the skin and feed that up, which is perfect there. So 1, okay, so there's a couple there, and then we'll just feed a couple more on. Again, if you can, just try and pierce the skin like that. That's perfect. Okay, like that. Okay, so that's a little bit hard to see, but you can see we've now got, it's just got that peat moss on it, but yeah, we've got 5 maggots rigged up and they're all still moving around. And the very last thing that we're going to do is we're going to fill this Berley cage up half with burley and the other half with some maggots that will actually come out of these holes, and that's really good because it entices a bream in. So all we're going to do is we're going to use some burley. Now this is just some pre-made burley that we've bought from the fishing shop, so we're going to fill that up a little bit, and then what we're going to do is we're then going to grab a handful of these maggots and we're going to fill those up in the burley cage as well, and that is going to be a really great way to entice some bream to come in for a feed. Maggots in the water for about 2 minutes, and we've got a nice little bream on the end here. Oh, he's not huge, but that's
just
look at that there, guys. We're going looking nice and close. You can see that tiny little hook has pinned him in the mouth, and he's still got those maggots inside his mouth there if we open that up there. So that's obviously a little guy. He's only about 26, 27 centimeters, maybe a tiny bit bigger, but we're going to let him go. That just shows how effective these things are. That did not take long at all. Let's get him back in the water. There he goes.
bye bye.
Whoa, we're going to need the net for this one. This is a good fish. Alright. Wow, that started peeling drag like crazy. This, I think, is a pretty decent bream. You see that burley cage? Oh yeah, this is a nice fish, guys. This is a really nice bream. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, hey? So again, we put that burley cage and the maggots in. That was in the water, no jokes, probably for about 3 or 4 minutes, guys. And this is what you're after, is beautiful fish like that. That is a beautiful legal sized bream. He's probably about 35 centimeters. Beautiful healthy fish. The burley cage and the maggots straight away. I mean, that was literally 2 minutes after we put that in. And guys, that is just a beautiful fish. And as you can see, fishing with maggots, we've been here for no more than 15 minutes. And we've caught 2 fish, one undersized and one beautiful one like that. So it definitely is a very effective way of fishing. Something to give a go, guys. And hopefully he'll swim away. There he goes. We might get ready. I think this one's about to go off. And as you can see, guys, there's another really nice, beautiful fish that we've caught. There he goes. Beautiful job. Only a little one? Yeah, little one.